Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Emo Brown Local Love, brought to you by the wonderful people over at Liquid Death. Big ups to Sosa, always keeping our fridge filled up with all the liquid goodness. What's that? We need a refill? You know what to do, Sosa. Get in here, man. Look at this, a special recording on a Saturday. Busy Saturday, BJ.
Super busy Saturday.
Very busy Saturday. UPS, Little Italy later.
Little League.
Travel ball.
Jeez.
Kids want to go to the pumpkin patch, bro. I got no time for that.
How do you do it all?
I need to hire somebody to go to pumpkin. I need to clone me.
That sounds like a wifey thing.
No.
You don't like the pumpkin patch either?
I want to hang out with the kids, bro. Shit. I feel like I'm a touring musician. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in today. We have someone very special for you guys to feast your eyes on. To my right, none other than, I don't even know how to introduce you, what order to introduce your accolades with, so we'll just go with your name. Mr. Arturo Barrios from Los Angeles?
Orange County now, but originally from East LA. Yeah.
From East LA.
I like that movie.
He was born there. Bring that microphone a little closer to your mouth and let's get ready to party, sir. Arturo, thank you for coming in. Once upon a time, you and your crew came down to the Dungeon Studio at 3 Punk Ales. It's haunted. We've been made aware. You guys were there representing Audio Karate.
At the time, yes.
You went and you performed a show in the brewery, which was awesome. Somebody made a video of it, and I haven't released it because I don't want to get in trouble with the city for having like a full-on event show there. But it was an epic event, bro. That was a good show. It was a good show. So now we can put Audio Karate, check them off the list. Unwritten Law, check them off the list. POD, check them off the list. There's a couple more I'd like to check out the list, and let's see.
Los Tortugas.
Oh, check them off. PJ Chaspero.
Hey, double check.
But none of them are as exciting as one of the bands I grew up listening to, bro. I grew up very much so molded in my musical and dickheadedness by listening to the soothing sounds of River Phoenix, later to be known as Fenix TX. What is your affiliation with them now, sir?
I am the singer, rhythm guitarist for Fenix TX.
Look at that, dude. Look at that. How did that come to be? How does that come about?
So I know Damon. I've known Damon for, I met him in early 03, I think. So we did a tour in Europe with the Vandals, Audio Karate, and I think it was the Ataris. And Damon was filling in for Josh Freeze on drums.
Hey, no small task, bro.
Yeah, no,
Jesus
right?
Christ. David is filled in for Josh Freeze. He's filled in for Travis Barker.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I know. So he filled in, and I think he's younger than the Vandals, and so the Vandals are kind of their own kind of thing, and they're nice guys and all. But I think he just ended up gravitating towards our kind of circle, just because we were all smoking weed at the time and just chilling, and so we all just became fast friends and stayed in contact. And then when the opportunity arose, he was just like, "Hey, man, are you interested in doing Fenix TX? We're looking for a singer." And I'm like, "Dude, I'm in. Let's do it."
Before we delve deep into the world of Fenix TX, which I love, bro, Lechuza is probably for me a top 5 album of all time.
Fantastic record.
I listen to that like minimum once a month.
Wow.
I work a job where I have a lot of free time while I'm working to listen to music and podcasts.
Yeah, ask his coworkers.
Yeah, bro. And that's always on rotation. So I'm like, oh, heck yeah. So when I hit you up about watching the flyer, I was like, oh, what? But there's so many questions.
Sure.
What's the current roster? What are we working with right now in Fenix TX?
So the current roster is Donnie, who is the original drummer. He recorded the drums on the self-titled record, the blue record. Damon De La Paz, who is the original guitarist, was the drummer on Lechuza, but is now going back to guitar duties.
Killer drummer.
Yeah, myself with vocals, and then a bass player to be named at a later time.
It's like a Major League Baseball trade, bro. You know, we're going to trade this. We're going to trade for a player to be named later.
Yes.
I'm kind of excited, bro. I'm kind of excited.
Cash offering and what do they say?
Hey, whatever it takes, bro. Whatever it takes. But that's exciting. And now you have taken over the vocal part of Fenix. It's awesome.
Yeah.
No small task.
No small task.
But you, my friend, have the chops and the accolades behind you to accomplish something like that.
Yeah, yeah. And
Tell me a little bit about that, where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, that was, I think, probably my first question, to be honest, to them is like, damn, Wilsing's pretty high, dude.
Yeah. Like not on drugs, or maybe on drugs, but but more importantly, pitching wise.
No, he can get up in range, and I mean, I'm like a student of music, so I've kind of gone to studying him, and I'm kind of nerding out that way with that, and And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't think it's anything he does consciously. I just think that's where his voice sits, and he's got that ability to go high. And so I kind of had to go back to the drawing board. That was my biggest challenge, going back to the drawing board. It's like, okay, what am I doing right? What am I doing wrong? Let me see where my voice kind of sits while kind of being respectful and honoring the songs. You know what I mean? I love those songs too. So that's kind of been my involvement, is finding that lane of my personality with also just serving those songs in the way that they sound.
That's a tough lane to live in, dude. Yeah. That's a tough lane. Because like you said, you don't want to disrespect what has been put in front of you, but you also kind of want to grab it and be like, this is me now, and I want to take control.
Stamp on it. Yeah.
Absolutely. And that's been a tough task.
It's been a tough task, but it's kind of fun, and I've kind of got that experience with the Hooligans. So I was like, okay, this isn't my first time coming into a band that there's already this existing thing, and I'm kind of plugging in a way and finding kind of where I fit into that. So I kind of had that experience going in a little bit. So yeah, it's been difficult, but it's also been super exciting and like probably one of the most interesting, kind of challenging things I've done musically.
You're the epitome of a session musician in Southern California, dude.
Pretty much, right? Yeah.
What's your role with the Sweet and Tender Hooligans?
So that I'm the guitarist. I do some vocal work. I'm obviously not doing any of the Morrissey stuff. That's Jose. Yeah, guitar. Yeah, rhythm guitar.
And is that connection you guys had with the Vandals earlier in the career kind of link up and present an opportunity for you to jump in as well as there?
Yeah, they were looking for a guitarist, and they tasked Joe, like, I don't know exactly the exact words, but my understanding was like, we're looking preferably for a Latino, a Mexican guy who's a guy. You know what I mean? Like, we don't want just, we can find some dude in another tribute band. That's easy. We kind of want a guy who's going to kind of shake things up for us a little bit. And they called.
That's awesome, bro. I mean, that's a testament to what you are, how you are, and what you can accomplish, man. Because these are these are bands.
Yeah, they're already established.
These are established bands, like you said, that they can pick anybody up and say, all right, we're going to throw this guy in there. We're going to throw that guy in there. There's so many Smith/Morrissey cover bands, tribute bands in San Diego.
Yeah, still ill.
Still ill.
Dude, I was going to say still ill.
Big ups, Virgil.
Big ups, Virgil. This is one of the best cover bands I've seen in a long time.
I got to open for them one time, and that's how I found out that I like Morrissey.
Yeah.
Still ill. Virgil kills it on the vocals.
Bro, it's a great band. We've had them play at the brewery. So that's the crazy world of San Diego, Southern California rock, punk rock, alternative rock. Everyone's connected in some way.
It is.
It's a network.
Yeah.
So you got to make sure you're not like a dickhead.
Yeah.
Because if you were a dickhead, maybe none of these things would have ever happened.
Yeah. And I love the Latino kind of Mexican-American angle of it too. You know, it's just we're this tribe of musicians now, and
that's
podcasters
awesome.
and brewers. I love it, man.
Yeah, I mean,
this was not happening 20 years ago when I was.
Maybe it was, but just not eyes on it.
Yeah.
I feel like right now there's a lot of eyes on what we collectively are doing, whether it's music, like you said, whether it's media, whether it's journalistic, food, business owners, small entrepreneurship, all of that. I feel like all eyes on us. Once upon a time, I've said this before, is like, it wasn't always like cool to be like Mexican. It sounds weird, like Mexican American, because it was. I remember growing up being shit on. Shit on nonstop. Cause like whatever this, that, whatever bean or whatever. It's like, what, dude, I'm just fucking doing me, bro. Yeah. And I was that kid that I wear like norteño boots. I was like, I was bicep as fuck. I wear boots, pants, like tight rayon shirts and shit. Yeah. But I listened to punk rock music. I listened to the Vandals. I listened to Unwritten Law. I would listen to like Millen Collins, Strung Out, Lagwagon, all of these bands, Fenix TX. So I was like caught in the middle. And now I feel like the shine is on. It's like, oh, that's fucking sick. That's awesome. And it's like, I wear huaraches every day, bro. It's not a phase, man.
Huaraches are not a phase,
It's not a phase, I assure you. So now all eyes on us, and it seems like it's in a positive light.
It's in a great place.
And you are spearheading that.
I'm excited to be a part of it, man. Yeah.
Toughest song to play and learn right now for vocally. Vocally.
Toughest song to play, I would say Threesome.
Oh, that's a good song.
It has those really high. He belts these really high notes, and those have been fun. I'm putting myself on the spot because
really
those shows.
Hey, so when we go to the shows, BJ, and we're there watching at THC, just observing, make sure we zoom in on Nard during Threesome to see if he hits those notes, bro.
Just drink some Screwball, you'll be fine.
Drink some Screwball, Screwball galore, man. So this is all happening for a reason. The band is obviously getting back together.
Yes.
When you had mentioned, is Will in any way available to you to tap into and ask questions?
Not that I've tried.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind picking his brain. I've actually fantasized about like, man, if I could talk to him, I probably would pick his brain and like probably start like, first of all, man, like I just want to know. Yeah, respect. I'm a huge fan. Like I'm totally stoked to be in this band. But no, I haven't spoken out. I haven't spoken to him or reached out to him.
It's go time then, bro.
Yeah,
it's go time.
I'm here. Yeah.
First show now. When is that happening?
So that is November 1st at the Glass House in Pomona, and then the Holding Company on the 2nd. Those will be our first shows.
Historic
More to come.
venue,
but yeah, those are the first 2.
The Glass House in Pomona, man.
Yeah,
I remember driving up there to watch AFI all the time because the AFI, I remember those bigger shows that we'd start playing over there. I was like, oh man, we got to get up there. Then eventually in Soma, I've been to many shows at the Glass House.
I love the Glass House. One of my favorite venues to play at.
Never been at THC though, but BJ is like a resident artiste there.
I've been kicked out and let back in more times than probably anybody there.
That's
BJ
impressive.
punched a girl in the mosh pit one time.
It was a gutter mouth show. What are you supposed to do?
Yeah, gutter mouth is kind of yeah.
That's not what got me kicked out though.
What are you most excited about being in Fenix TX?
Again, I think it's that representation. When I was a kid going to punk shows, watching some of the bands that you were just talking about, I think Fenix TX was the first band I saw. I'm like, they're brown like me. Like,
yeah.
And there was a definite, like, I was 16. I'm like, well, if they're up there doing it and they're in a genre that I'm already trying to write songs in, then I can do it. You know what I mean? So to come full circle and be in that band, that was an automatic yes. Like, I'm not going to lie. If it had been, I won't name a specific band, but if it was another band like that and said, hey, can you take over vocals? I don't know that I would have jumped in right away. But the Fenix TX thing and that representation and seeing that early, I was like, I'm in.
For me, it was that first time watching them on MTV, and I was probably like either late teens or very, very early 20s. And just watching, and that was a mindfuck moment. I was like, oh, because I was in a band at that moment, and I was like, this is possible. Like, this band is on MTV, and that band consists of dudes that look just like me, saying similar shit that we talk about during our sets. I was like, so for me, I was like, oh, this is an opportunity. This is a chance for what we're doing to one day get. Obviously, it didn't, but I did get an opportunity to open up for them, and it was just sick.
Yeah,
it was. And Fenix TX is just like you said. It's one of those bands that you connect to simply by proxy. That's who I am, you know. So it's like, all right, cool. So have you on there now, man? Woo.
Yeah, that's kind of the big thing for me. And I just love playing live music, and so to get the opportunity to still be able to do it at my age and still be able to do it at a level that I'm like proud of is a reward in and of itself.
Where are we going from here? So obviously you guys have been practicing, rehearsing nonstop to get this going. You obviously have a couple of shows that you guys have been promoting on social media coming up in early November. What is it that we are going to do with this opportunity? Will there be more new music coming? Are we just going to go and tour based off the previous albums? What's the plan?
A little bit of both. Yeah, I think now that the lineup is pretty secure and we're all feeling pretty good about where things are. Yeah, the plan is to keep playing, keep doing shows, festivals, all that fun stuff. And yeah, we've already begun kind of writing and demoing new music. So at some point there will be a release, hopefully by next year. I think once everything kind of calms down, I think we'll start to focus more on songwriting and doing
How much free time do you have, man?
None.
Because you were mentioning that you have a full-time job.
I have a full-time job.
You have 3 bands that you participate in.
I have 3 bands.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Give me a breakdown of a regular week for you as it relates to balancing the musical life with the work life, then maybe sneak in some personal life.
So, yeah.
You know? I mean, you're married.
Well, it's funny because I was just talking to a coworker who like knows what I'm in 3 bands, and he's like, wait, so he's like, he's doing the same thing. He's like, you're in 3 bands? I'm like, how do you do it? And without reacting, I'm like, dude, no kids.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know where. I think if I had kids, I don't think I'd be able to pull it off. Maybe one band I'd probably have, and I'd have to probably choose which one, and that'd be tough. But yeah, I think I'm pretty tight on time, pretty much.
Wifey supportive.
Wifey, thank God, is supportive. I was telling you before the podcast, like when they reached out, that was literally my first response. Was like, I got to talk to the wife about this and make sure that she's on board. And she's like, all right, I'll support you. You know. Yeah, I'll hold it down while you're here. I mean, we've got 2 dogs, which are basically like our kids.
Yeah.
But she's been great. So thank God love you, Gina.
Big ups, Gina, friend of the show, bro. What I was going to say is like, hey, we all balance that. And it's funny because wifey is very supportive of what like I do because we're pretty busy as well. But she doesn't always think it's a great idea on what we do. And I'm like, okay, that's fine, but you're supporting and you're supportive of what I'm going to do. And so long as I have her blessing with that.
She doesn't like our punk band idea?
She doesn't like any of that. But So long as your wife is on board with this, I guess that pretty much paves the way for everything else, man.
Yeah. And I probably, in fact, I had just recently an opportunity to be in another band, and it was an opportunity that if I had the time, I would have been absolutely in it, but it was a brand new project and would have taken a lot of work to get off the ground. And I actually had to turn it down.
Did you?
I can't do it. Like I want to.
But you love music this much that you are willing to just, make time and an effort to build all of these things.
Yeah. Again, the fact that I'm able to do what I'm able to do and maintain this life. I had a friend of mine who was like an entrepreneur and a hustler, great person. And I remember her saying when she was stressed out, she would tell herself, "This is the life that I chose. This is the life that I wanted." Yeah. And I remind myself that. And I never forgot that about her. I'm like, she's right. And when I get stressed out, I'm like, hey, this is the life that I wanted. Dude. I chose this.
You're the voice in my head, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, I'm saying every day, I'm like, hey, fucker, you chose this path. You
chose this life. Yeah.
This is the path that you chose because I'll be at work. And right now, I never thought UPS would be my therapy, bro. Like, UPS is totally my downtime because I'll work at UPS like from 4-ish to 10-ish, 3-ish to 10-ish, whatever. And I'm like, okay. This is my time to unwind in the morning, Art. Yeah. And then after that, it's like, okay, now we got the brewery shit. Okay, now we got the bar shit. Now we got the podcast stuff. Oh, now we have family stuff. And all my kids are of the age of travel ball. And then and we're just running around everywhere. And I'm like, okay, well, this is what you wanted, fucker. This is what you wanted. And wifey will look at me and is like, that's what you wanted. There's no sympathy.
You choose your hard, right? You can either do none of that stuff and just always wonder what it would be like to do that stuff and not have, or you have all this stuff. And it's like, this is really hard. You choose your hard.
Do you ever fantasize about not having any of this and just working as a social worker and focus? Because right now, social work life is...
It's got its own
set of rules and headaches.
There's a storm coming, and that's got its own headache. Yeah, sure, sometimes, but again, I wouldn't change it for the world.
What kind of social work do you do? What does that revolve around?
I'm basically a trainer. Like I train social services, social workers. Yeah. So because of everything that's happening and all the federal stuff that's looming, we're in a hiring freeze in Orange County. So we've had to kind of pivot and kind of look at how we're going to kind of get through the next couple of years. So there's pain coming, and so that's had its own, stresses involved.
But you have a music career.
I have a music career, and it's county work. So county is like I've had like a 980 flex schedule. So there's quality of life there in my job, and that's pretty good. And obviously county government work, so you get pension and benefits and all that good stuff that comes with that. So
all the adult things that one overlooks in your early 20s.
My life and allows me to do the music. So I'm grateful for that too. So
real talk, because of that job, it probably gives you a little bit of an easier path to jump in on these passion projects and endeavors, man.
I couldn't do it if my hours were like unpredictable, or you got to come in on a Saturday. Like that doesn't luckily like get involved with that kind of work. You got your weekends off. You got every other Friday off. I can get time off as long as it's in advance. I've got benefits. I'm good. You know what I mean?
The behind the scenes of being a rock star, dude. The behind the scenes of being a musician, and all the glamour.
Gets me more and more worried every day.
Hey, I bet it's nervous and nerve wracking. You're just kind of hanging out, like, okay, I got a show, but I got to do this. I got to do that. Oh my God, now this isn't working. Oh, this could potentially happen. Oh my God, what do you do to unwind, bro?
Wine.
Yeah?
Wine.
A lot of wine.
I'm a big, during COVID, I got like super into wine. Now I like beer too, nothing against beer. But I got super into wine, and that's kind of become my little secret passion. Really? In another world, I probably would be like on a vineyard somewhere. That's where I picture my retirement.
There it is, bro. Fuck, that would be awesome. Musicians love jumping into that world, and I feel like people in this world and then I feel like people in the alcohol industry love jumping into the musician world.
They want to be rock stars.
Yeah, bro. Everybody wants to do something else, man.
Yeah, right.
I just want to be happy, BJ.
All musicians want to be brewers, and all brewers want to be musicians.
I'm not lying. There's so many like music crossovers there. How old were you when you started this musical endeavor with Audio Karate?
I started with Audio Karate. So we were all friends in junior high. So we go back to when we were like 12, 13 years old. I think I was already into punk rock. Like I got into punk rock proper at like 12, 13. It was like grunge music was kind of my gateway into punk rock. And they were already a band, and I think they called me on the phone and were like, "Hey, listen to our our band." And they put the phone down, and they sounded so good. I was so pissed off. That was my first emotion. I was like, "Fuck. Why am I not in this band?" I think I immediately picked up a guitar and started learning guitar.
Okay, so that prompted you to learn how to play.
That prompted me to pick up the guitar, and then I think within a year I was in the band.
Look at you, bro.
Yeah, I was surprisingly ambitious for a little shithead.
Well, I mean, passion is passion.
Yeah,
you can't.
It's always driven.
You can't put a start or an end date on it. It's like if you got it, you got it, and that's awesome.
And so we were we were pretty immersed in like a very vibrant like Latino punk scene.
Yes, you were.
That I'm surprised is not like a documentary or anything. There was like an exhibit of all the punk flyers from that day. I think it's some museum in LA. But it was a super vibrant punk scene that was going on. Everybody was older, so it was all 18, 19-year-olds playing in these punk bands. But we were kids. We were 14, playing like Screeching Weasel covers and like originals. And it was a gnarly scene. But that's where we cut our teeth. You know what I mean?
That's a crazy place to cut your teeth.
Yeah,
backyard
seriously.
parties,
yeah, just
and
fights, and just saw all kinds of crazy shit. And it was an incredible thing to be a part of. Like I said, I'm surprised it's not documented somewhere. It should have been. I should make a documentary on it.
Why wouldn't you? You have all this free time, bro.
Yeah,
all,
ask wifey.
all he does is drink wine, write songs, and take over bands, man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What does Audio Karate think of your new endeavor, your new project?
They're fully supportive. That was like a really cool moment actually when we announced it, because no one ever likes this replacement singer most of the time. Let's face it, and that's fine. I totally have the skin for it, so I was fine with it. But the real surprise was Audio Karate and our fans being super into it. Like they were just like, "Fuck yeah!" Like that's rad that you're in this band. And so the band's been super supportive about it, and they knew it was kind of coming too. They've been really cool about it.
What's going on currently with Audio Karate? Projects, bands, touring, anything?
We're taking it pretty easy right now. Just with the Hooligans and Fenix TX kind of being pretty busy. We're doing a festival in Florida called Fest at the end of a couple of weeks.
That's a pretty big fest.
Yeah. Super fun festival. So we'll see what happens. We're just kind of like, if something great comes along, then we'll do it. Like Descendants have called us up or like come open for us. We're like, absolutely. We'll just continue to kind of do stuff like that as it comes along.
You mentioned having thick skin. What has the reception been by Fenix TX hardcore fans?
Well, I think it's been mixed, and I think that's been understandable. I think, again, going back to the Latino thing, I do look at like the IG names, and there's like Morales, and and they're the Gutierrez are the ones that are supportive. Like, yeah, fuck yeah, homie. And then it's, then you get if it's not Will, then I'm not interested and all that stuff. And I've tried to stay away from it. I think it's the first time I've ever like consciously like, I'm not going to don't look at the comments.
Don't read the comments,
look a
bro.
little bit, because like anything else, you'll see the positive, but then it's the negatives that stick with you. So overall, it's been mixed, and I totally get that. I would probably be in the same camp if it was a band that I loved and they got a new singer. I wouldn't go on hating on the internet and make comments, but privately I might be like,
second nature now, bro. Go on the internet and complain and cry about it.
Yeah, it's a legacy band. I get it. Once it's it's tied to your childhood, and you're not going to accept a new singer, and I totally get that.
Only one way to squash all that.
That's right. Just prove it. Yeah, basically.
Come out November 1st. Who are you guys playing with? There's a couple bands out there.
November 1st is with a band called Chaser, and then Go Betty Go, and then Go Betty Go is doing the San Diego show at the Holding Company, and also Blacktop Saints are playing.
Go Betty Go, man. I like that band a lot.
Yeah. I love them too. I'm glad they're on these shows too. Yeah.
When will you be announcing new shows?
Probably in the next couple of weeks, next couple of months. Yeah, we're kind of setting some stuff up for next year already, but yeah, soon to come.
Time to go on the road or what?
Possibly.
Oh, shit, man. I feel like you got a lot of secrets, bro. There's a lot of secrets that Art doesn't want to tell us.
And we'll turn the mics off.
We'll chat about it later. Beer. We had mentioned talking about starting a nice little beer. Yeah. Let me pick your brain now that I have you here instead of doing it via DM. Yeah. What do you have in mind? What do you want to do?
Well, again, I think I was saying it would be kind of a fun thing. What was it? The Fenix TX or the Dos Equis, like Fenix XX. Okay. So then if it's like a Dos Equis, then it might be like a lager or something like that. Okay. That was kind of, I like kind of crisp kind of beers. I tend to be like a Kolsch guy. What's your beer that's really good? Is it Flama Blanco?
The Flama Blanca. Yeah, Flama Blanca is a top tier.
That's killer. Right, so something in that vein, I think would be cool. Easy to drink. You know what I mean? Digestible, much like Fenix TX.
Look at that. See, that's what I was waiting for.
The ultimate sales pitch.
Show me the parallel, brother. Show me the parallel. I would love it, man. I think that would be sick. We're gonna, like I told you, we're gonna get Chicle on it to start designing the labels on that. And by the time you guys hit the road, we'll have some beers and let's get going.
Hell yeah!
I'm excited, man. You have no idea how excited I am.
You were one of the first people to hit me up,
bro. As soon as I saw that Arturo Barrios going on Fenix, I was like, what the fuck? I was like, wait a second.
I know that dude.
I was like, that's a perfect fit. Like, that's like, now that it's out and you see it, it's like, that's a perfect fucking fit. But back then, it's like a fit that I never would have connected in my brain.
Right.
Like, those two would never have like, oh, yeah. But once you put it out there, I was like, that's a perfect fit, man. Everybody's given the blessings, and it's gonna be amazing. I'm looking forward to it.
I'm looking forward to it too. I'm excited for the future.
Like I said, man, Fenix TX has been one of those bands that's been in my life since I was a wee lad. I'm 46 now, bro. I'm 46.
44.
And you're 44. And I remember, like I said, being like 18, watching it, watching everybody in the band, losing members, bro, because that was a hard time, like when Adam passed away and everything. And I remember they had another reunion show at Soda Bar, and I was digging through like social media posts to find out when did they play at Soda Bar, and it was like, I want to say it was like 2007 2008 in that general area, which could very well been the last time I saw that band in its entirety play. And then obviously it's been a lot of silence, but now you guys are back. And as soon as I just saw Fenix TX pop up on the DMs and the social media streams, like, this is exciting, bro. This is something I can totally get on board with.
And that was a cool thing about Adam, is that that was kind of something that he had said. He's like, hey, I want you guys to keep going. So that's great to have kind of his blessing in that. Yeah. So very cool.
Everybody's giving you the blessings, man.
Yeah.
Now
almost everybody.
Now it's just time to get the fans on board.
Got to prove the haters wrong.
That's what we've been doing in our lives, bro.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Shit. Final words by Mr. Arturo Barrios. What do you got? What's the best song that you enjoy playing? You know, that used to give me the toughest song. What's your favorite song to play?
My favorite deep cut from Lechuza is Abba Zaba. And so I'm so glad that that's probably my favorite song to sing, because it's one of my favorite songs, but I actually can really like dig into it and I super enjoy it. Abba Zaba.
Dude, I'm stoked, bro.
Current winner right now.
We will be giving away tickets, BJ. We're reaching out to Jake with the THC, and we're going to do some giveaways for that. But more importantly, we got to go, man. I already told the wife, she's like, oh, yeah, I'm going. That sounds awesome. All the Mexicans are going to be out there, bro. All the Mexicans are going to be out there. I'll be on my best behavior.
Joe's selling well, too. I think it might sell out.
Really?
Yeah.
Fuck, we better hit up Jake ASAP. I already got the thumbs of approval from Jake to get the tickets, but still,
he's going to Europe, so we better hit him up soon.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
He's going to be in France in like a week.
Oh, man, I'm so stoked. Look forward to doing that. Stay tuned with all the things. Thank you very much, bro. I know you're very busy, obviously. I'm taking time to just fuck around with us for 30 minutes and tell us a little update on what's going on with Fenix TX.
Thank you, guys.
Look forward to seeing you on stage soon, brother.
I can't wait.